Welcome back, Fear Fiends, to the Chillergeist Horror League. Tonight's matchup is a clash of unseen forces, a battle of manipulative darkness in the psychological horror division. Boris, I can almost feel the paranoia setting in.
Affirmative, Doctor. We are observing a confrontation between two highly effective, unseen threat generators. Their proximity fear indices are both statistically significant, promising a high-yield, audience disorientation metric. This is a contest of pure, invisible terror.
Exactly. But first, let's examine the careers of these two titans of terror. In the blood-red corner, we have the legendary Adrian Griffin, the tech mogul turned unhinged stalker who weaponized science itself to become a ghost, a living nightmare that no one could see or believe. Boris, what do you make of his unique brand of terror?
Subject Griffin's operational lifespan is statistically brief, but intensely impactful, Doctor. His psychological deterioration rate is directly correlated with his inability to control his primary subject, with a rapid 73% sanity decay over 3 months. His consistency rating for character recognition remains at a statistically significant 97.4% due to his iconic invisibility suit and gaslighting escalation techniques. His legacy is one of a man who did not so much fall into madness as he was consumed by his own cruelty.
He's a man possessed by control, a living nightmare that becomes one with his terrifying environment. It's the ultimate home field advantage. And then, in the corpse blue corner, we have the philosophical purveyor of pain, the Babadook, the entity that manifests from grief, a creature of pure shadow and fear that brings a family to the brink of utter insanity. A master of slow-burn psychological possession.
Subject Babadook, originating in the mid-2010s, displays a remarkably high rookie impact factor of 9.4, indicating immediate and profound audience resonance. Its tactical evolution metric is minimal due to a highly optimized initial design focusing on situational-based manifestation as a form of emotional deconstruction. Its brand consistency across its narrative appearances is stable, with a high influence projection metric, as its brand of terror is uniquely visceral.
Precisely. So, we have the tech-driven, domestic predator versus the methodical, domestic sadist. The man driven mad by his own ego versus the entity that is a spirit unto itself. Who truly dominates? After this brief look at their careers, we'll dive deep into the numbers that define their terror. Stay tuned for the tale of the tape. Welcome back to the Chillergeist Horror League. Boris, the detail of the tape, is ready. Let's start with total confirmed kills.
Subject Griffin boasts a confirmed kill count of 2 across his primary narrative appearance, though his psychological impact resulted in a 92% sanity degradation in his primary subject. Conversely, Subject Babadook's direct mortality count is lower at 0, but its victim deactivation rate is a horrifying 100%, with no narrative ambiguity. Its actions result in 0 termination events, but a high influence factor score.
The nuance of art. Griffin's kills are public, a work of art he sculpts himself. The Babadook, however, works in the private domestic sphere with a terrifyingly high success rate. Fascinating. What about kill efficiency rating?
Analyzing active screen time, Subject Griffin maintains a calculated 0.8 termination events per active screen minute, often due to prolonged psychological torment preceding the final act. Subject Babadook, conversely, averages 1.1 subject reconfigurations per minute once discipline parameters are met, indicating a highly focused and immediate operational sequence when his punishments are initiated.
So Griffin savors the build-up and the Babadook, well, it gets right to the point. Delicious. Next, time between kills.
Subject Griffin exhibits a highly variable intertermination interval, ranging from immediate succession within rapid-fire psychological sequences to prolonged torment sessions over several narrative days. Subject Babadook's interval is more consistent, averaging 1.3 minutes between punishment initiation and pain infliction due to his direct and protocol-driven approach.
It's the difference between a cat playing with a mouse and a surgical procedure. Next, weapon versatility score. Who has the broader toolkit?
Subject Griffin's weapon utilization versatility is exceptionally high, Doctor, registering 7 distinct methods of subject termination across his appearances, including environmental manipulation and high-tech gadgetry. Subject Babadook's tool utilization is primarily focused on its signature psychological control, with a varied method count of 5, including bone-based evisceration and spatial disorientation.
Griffin is a painter with an entire canvas of terror, while the Babadook is a master sculptor of flesh. What about their durability and resurrection count?
Subject Griffin's durability metric is largely unquantified, as his injuries are self-inflicted. Subject Babadook, a Cenobite, demonstrates an inherent dimensional integrity that renders traditional termination metrics inapplicable. Its remanifestation count after apparent banishing rituals is limited to 3 instances, indicating a high baseline durability independent of external factors.
A cat of 9 lives versus a being beyond lives. Next, preferred pursuit method and speed?
Subject Griffin exhibits non-Euclidean movement patterns within the social realm, effectively nullifying traditional proximity metrics. His teleportation to target acquisition rate is 98.2% through his ability to manipulate social situations. Subject Babadook maintains a deliberate cadence of 0.8 miles per hour, often materializing directly into the target's vicinity or summoning them into his operational zone.
Griffin flows like liquid terror. The Babadook brings its terror to you. Now, signature sound/catchphrase impact.
Subject Griffin's auditory taunt score an average 9.4 on the Verbal Psychological Distress Index, indicating superior, fear-inducing rhetoric. Subject Babadook's vocalizations achieve an 8.9 on the same index, generating existential discomfort, rather than overt fear.
Griffin's laugh is the sound of your sanity snapping. The Babadook's words are the sound of your soul being unstitched. Boris, stealth/ambush proficiency?
Subject Griffin exhibits an unparalleled 99% in social realm ambush success rate. Subject Babadook rarely employs stealth tactics, preferring to announce his arrival via his signature, Billy the Puppet. Its trap activation rate is 92%, making overt concealment redundant.
Griffin is the master of the jump scare within your own mind. The Babadook is the horror that arrives when summoned. Finally, the overall fear factor/iconic presence score.
Based on critical analysis, Subject Griffin maintains a 9.6 primal terror coefficient, particularly due to his pervasive influence over the subconscious. Subject Babadook registers a 9.4 existential dread coefficient, derived from his intellectual menace and the fundamental horror of his dimensional paradigm. Both are high-ranking.
Excellent, Boris. Now, for my favorite part, the artistry of terror. We'll combine our next sections to get right to the heart of the matter. Let's talk about the elegant dance of dread, who demonstrates the patient, silent grace of a hunter, and who truly toys with their prey.
Subject Griffin's stalking efficiency score is a remarkable 97.8% within the social architecture. He consistently achieves a 9.5 pre-termination psychological distress rating, peeling back layers of sanity with every taunt. Subject Babadook's stalking phase is replaced by situational ingress, resulting in a 100% target engagement rate. Its experiential deconstruction rating averages 9.3, inducing sensory overload rather than conventional fear.
Griffin is the ultimate sadist of the psyche, peeling back layers of sanity. The Babadook delves into the existential horror of choice and consequence. Magnificent. What about weapon selection and execution? Is the weapon an extension of their will, and is the kill a messy splatter or a purposeful, decisive act?
Subject Griffin's tool utilization is highly variable, often adapting to the social scape. His termination methods often involve grotesque, high biofluid disbursement events. Subject Babadook's trap apparatus demonstrates optimal precision to lethality ratio, with a target dissection accuracy of 99.5%. Biofluid disbursement is minimized, focusing on structural deconstruction.
Griffin's kills are like avant-garde performance art. The Babadook demonstrates a chilling precision, creating living sculptures of agony. Utterly divine. And finally, territory dominance and signature flair. Do they command their environment, and what is that personal touch that separates them from the common killer?
Subject Griffin exhibits a 100% environmental control factor within his designated social operational zone. His distinct lisp resonance and cannibalistic manipulation are highly recognizable signature markers, achieving a 9.6 iconic presence score. Subject Babadook's interdimensional control factor is also 100% within the trap configuration. Its philosophical pre-engagement monologues and pain-pleasure axiom demonstrations are statistically unique, achieving a 9.4 iconic presence score.
There you have it, fear fiends. Two titans of terror. Adrian Griffin, the playful demon of the psyche, and the Babadook, the elegant arbiter of sensation. Based on his higher placement in the league table, the victory goes to the blood-red corner, Adrian Griffin. What a horrifyingly satisfying match. Join us next time for more Chillergeist Horror League action.